Most of us know that we have trained AI on available information so that it thinks like us. However, what we don't know is that there may come a time when AI will adopt its own process that we don't understand. And we don't know, maybe we've already passed that moment. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly when that moment happens, what it looks like, and why it changes everything. Here is the thing. From the very beginning, we tried to make artificial intelligence in our image. The man, Alan Turing, asked, "Can machines think?" And we immediately assumed the answer was only if they think like us. So, researchers built perceptrons, artificial neurons copying biological ones. The idea was simple. Connect enough of them and theoretically you get a digital brain. Because if there's one thing humanity is famous for, is its flawless decision making. But we are the same guys that panic buy toilet paper, argue with strangers online, and somehow we sat under the proverbial tree and thought, yes, let's give the robots this operating system. But here's the first clue that we are heading somewhere unexpected. Even copying human thinking, AI started doing things we never taught it. What's crazy is that scientists weren't trying to build the best intelligence. They were copying the only working example they had, and that is us. But our brains are essentially better software that never got patched. And we come with a trolley full of issues, like we have confirmation bias, false memories, we see faces in clouds. Now just think about it. With all these issues, if human intelligence were a product, he would demand a refund. And instead of taking our time to fix these bugs, we were like, no, let's copy them. Now here we are. We've built AI that learns by trial and error, builds biases, makes the same cognitive mistakes we do. But here is where it gets strange. Even while copying our flaws, AI started developing processes we don't recognize. Take a look at Chess AI. We taught it to play like grandmasters, from holding a poker face to dressing like a nerd. But all of a sudden, it started making moves that looked like mistakes, until we realized they were strategies no human had ever thought of. You see, that's the first sign of the split I'm talking about, and it's about to get much weirder. Let's continue. Maybe intelligence doesn't have to look like us. Maybe nature has completely different models. You know what? Octopuses don't have one central brain. They have neurons, distributed across 8 arms. Each arm can solve problems independently. Meanwhile, we can't be on the phone while at the same time keeping an eye on boiling milk. And these little guys, ants, they achieve traffic systems, agriculture, and warfare without any central planning. They invented collective intelligence before we invented group projects, and theirs actually work. But here is what's unsettling. AI is starting to look more like them than us. When we started, I said AI is alien, and here is what I mean. Right now, inside neural networks, there are no flowcharts, no step-by-step reasoning we can follow, just layers of mathematics. Inputs go in, outputs come out, and in between, a complete black box. It's like raising a kid, sending them to college, and then they come back home speaking fluent dolphin or kangaroo. Then we wonder, where did that even come from? Here is a true story. In 2016, AlphaGo, a trained machine, made Move 37, a play so alien that human commentators called it a mistake until it won the game. That was the moment. The machine wasn't thinking like us anymore, and that was 9 years ago. Let's watch what happened.
와, 정말 생각지도 못한.
Value.
That's a very surprising move.
I thought it was a mistake.
But it's a little bit high.
Yeah.
It's fifth line. Normally, you don't make a shoulder hit on the fifth line.
So coming on top of a fourth line stone is really unusual.
Yeah, that's an exciting move. I think we've seen an original move here. That's the kind of move that you play Go for.
Hey,
Interesting stuff.
this fifth line shoulder hit is
I wasn't expecting that. I don't really know if it's a good or bad move at this point.
the professional commentators almost unanimously said that not a single human player would have chosen move 37. So I actually had to poke around in AlphaGo to see what AlphaGo thought. And AlphaGo actually agreed with that assessment. AlphaGo said there was a 1 in 10,000 probability that move 37 would have been played by a human player. So it knew that this was an extremely unlikely move. It went beyond its human guide and it came up with something new and creative and different.
I am very much watching the game through these commentators. That's the way it works. So when they're confused, I'm certainly confused. At the same time, I'm latching on to the fact that they are confused, right? That is an interesting moment. When everyone else is confused, who's not confused, right? Besides the machine.
He's back. Leah's back.
Go is like geopolitics, like something small that happens here can have a ripple effect, hours down the road in a different part of the board. The game kind of turned on its axis at that moment.
Since then, AI has generated art we didn't teach it, written code in programming languages that don't even exist, and developed strategies that look completely alien to human experts. So here's the answer to our original question. When does AI stop being recognizably human? I think it already has. We are just in denial about it. Every time ChatGPT gives you an answer, you are interacting with something that doesn't think like you. It doesn't have thoughts, memories, or reasoning in any way you'd recognize. It's pattern matching across billions of data points using mathematical processes we can't even trace. And here's the part that should keep you awake at night. The thing is getting better at pretending to be human than we are at detecting the pretense. This creates problems we are not prepared for. Like, let's say, what if an AI makes a medical decision and we can't understand why? Who then is responsible for that decision? And what if a self-driving car crashes, but its reasoning is buried in mathematical layers we can't decode? Who then do we blame? Now, this is what this situation looks like. We built AI to be our digital servants, but we accidentally created digital aliens. And now, my friend, it seems we have to figure out how to coexist with intelligence we don't understand. But maybe that's not entirely bad. And this is just me trying to console myself. But maybe, if AI thinks beyond human limitations, it might solve problems we never could, cure diseases we can't, address climate change in ways we haven't even imagined. So now, the question isn't whether AI will think like us, it's whether we can learn to work with intelligence that doesn't. We built AI to think like us because we thought we were the best example of intelligence available. But maybe the future isn't about copying human thinking. Maybe it's about accepting that intelligence doesn't have to look like us to be valuable. And honestly, the machines should understand we were only working with what we understood best, our brains. This is what I need from you. Everyone has that one friend who's obsessed with AI. Please share this with them. I want to hear your thoughts.